Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here, and today is a very, very exciting day. It is actually, the first day of the offseason. It's going to be officially going down. We have Jacob Wolf, Bloop, all the guys at Dot Esports, Tim Sevenheisen's getting in on it. All these people are going to have the free agency show starting today, where we're going to be getting, Wolf bombs, Bloop scoops, whatever's going on. We're going to be reacting to it. But not only does that mean a ton of, rumors, speculation, all that stuff, but we're going to finally start getting some real, official agreements, contracts signed, all this stuff too, and it's going to be very, very exciting. And today I'm going to be, co-streaming that over on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/I_am_germ. When they are actually going live. So if you are interested in, getting this stuff as it's happening today, definitely come hang out with us over there. Drop a follow, maybe a prime, maybe a sub. But before we get into all that, obviously that's later today, I wanted to make this one video kind of wrapping up all the rumors, speculation, everything we know about all 20 teams in the LCS and LEC before, the real official moves actually start going down. So let's get right into this. Starting in the LEC, here is, we made a little PowerPoint slide on my stream today. It's like school all over again, where I at least, some of these teams and players are super, super official. Some of them we have locked, almost locked in at this point. Some of them have been officially announced by teams, and some of these are just pure speculation. So, take everything with a grain of salt still. But here's what, I at least have as all the rumors or predictions that I've been able to round up so far. For Astralis, I do think it will be White Knight, Zanzara, Dehor, I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce that, Kabe, and Promiscu, which is hilarious that he is still in the league. We're going to go through all the LEC teams first, then all the LCS teams. So if you want to skip around the video, if you just want to look for the teams you're looking for, whatever, feel free to do that. But you guys know I would appreciate if you watch the whole video through. But if you can't, don't want to, whatever, that's totally fine too. But, I'll like you a little bit more if you do. Next up, we have SK. I just threw these in a random order. Not random. I tried to put the more exciting teams towards the end, get the kind of not so exciting teams out of the way at the beginning. Anyway, SK, Genex, Gilius, Certus, Jezu, and Treats. I don't know. I feel like Gilius is not that great. I'm not that excited for SK. I can't believe Treats is back on this team. I think he's trolling a little bit. I don't know much about Certus, but hopefully he popped off. Hopefully he'll be good. We'll kind of just have to wait and see on that one. Then we have Misfits here at Schlatan, I don't know how you say it, Video, Neon, and Vander. The team's kind of interesting. I really think Video is I really like Video. I think he's developing into a very, very good mid laner. I think we can see him be one of the best mid laners maybe this year, but for sure, if not this year, then next year. Vander, I think, is really good, but Neon, Hear I'm not super, super excited about Misfits, but this is what their team's looking like. Then we have Rogue, Odoamne, Malrong from Damwon Kia, I do believe, Larson, Comp, and Trimby. I know a lot of people were hoping that this would be the spot that Reckless ended up going to, but it's not looking like that. A lot of people are skeptical and don't really understand necessarily how Malrong fits into this lineup, but this Rogue team could be interesting. Obviously, a lot of talent coming back, like Larson, Odoamne, guys like that, and see how Comp does in his return to the LEC. Then we have Excel, who we just recently got word that Finn is going to be coming and playing top lane for them. Marcoon, Nuke Duck, who, Nuke Duck staying in the LEC, hanging around, him and Promiscu. Patrick and Advian. I really think that Marcoon, Patrick, and Advian is such a good young core to develop for the future. I really like what Excel has going on. Finn, I think he's a little underrated. I think he could come into the team and do decent. Nuke Duck is Nuke Duck. You know what you're getting there. Then we have BDS up next. This is one of the teams that's not actually all the way official yet. We know it seems like BDS has been interested in buying out Adam from Fnatic. Maybe that'll happen, maybe not. They might have to end up going with a different ERL top laner. I don't know if this would be Cabo Shard. I don't know if this would be I know there's guys like Sagenda, obviously SLT, maybe they'd be able to buy out. I don't know, honestly. And then some people are saying Wonder. I really think Wonder is very, very unlikely, but I thought I'd at least throw him in here because Wonder doesn't have a team. BDS doesn't have a top laner. You know, maybe something might happen there. But as far as the rest of the roster, Syncroft, Nuclear Int, X Maddie, and Limit. Obviously, a lot of K-Corp guys here. This team's going to be, decently popular. They're going to try and, milk some of the K-Corp fans over to this team. I don't know, a young developing lineup for sure with Grabs at the helm. We'll see how this goes. I don't have super high expectations for them in 2022, however. Next up, Mad Lions, obviously with a lot of big changes going on. Armut, Elyoya, Reeker, Unforgiven and Kaiser. We'll have to see how this one goes. See how El Yoya looks, without Humanoid in the mid lane. See how good Reeker's able to do. Unforgiven for Carzzy should be interesting. I don't know a ton, about Reeker and Unforgiven. I know they were good in the ERLs, but we'll see how they transition to the LEC. And it's just crazy. Mad's going to be a 2-time defending LEC champion. They're a 2-time LEC champion. They're going to be the defending LEC champions. And a lot different look for them in 2022. And we have Fnatic, another team that's totally not done at this point. There is a chance that they keep Adam. They're not guaranteed to sell him off. But if they don't go for Adam, I think they might go for some, big name import. I know some people have said Nuggery, but maybe Ale, maybe Summit, which I think all would be really, really cool options for Fnatic. I think they're going to try and go get somebody big because they have Razor, Cuminate, Upset Hylissang. The other 4, is rock solid on this team. They really just need a good top laner, and this team can be scary. This team can compete, internationally. I really do believe that. And then there was some chance that maybe they try and steal away Odo Omne from Rogue. I don't know if that's going to happen, but yeah, Fnatic needs a top laner, and it seems like they are not interested in Wonder. And then finally rounding, actually 2 more teams in the LEC. We have G2. A lot of people either love or hate this offseason from G2, but it seems like they have their guys in Broken Blade, Yankos, Caps, Flockhead, and Targamas. A lot of people are most skeptical about Flockhead, obviously coming in and replacing Reckless. Flockhead hasn't been the most hyped up ERL prospect. Apparently he just got gapped in his regional league final by Attila at AD carry, which isn't necessarily a great sign, but Carlos will tell you how well this roster did against EDG, so I don't know. But Wonder, Reckless, Mickey, they're all going to be on the roster. Maybe we'll see them again in a G2 uniform. But this team has a ton of talent, ton of potential. But no one hits on 100% of their prospects. I wouldn't be surprised if one of BB, Targamas, or Flockhead doesn't work out. And no matter what, we need Caps to step up and be way, way better than he was last season. Rounding out the LEC, we obviously have the super team, probably most exciting team, at least the most interesting, is Vitality with Alfari, Selfmade, Perks, Carzzy, and Lavrov. And that is it for the LEC. Again, not all that's confirmed. A lot of that's just rumor, a lot of that's speculation, but these are some of the moves that I think will start getting locked in, throughout today, this week, this month, and just kind of what's going on. Now, getting to the LCS. The LCS is much less finished than the LEC. For whatever reason, the LEC just had a lot of moves going on. It seems like the LCS hasn't really figured out all their stuff yet. But for Dignitas, we have Fate God in the top lane. No idea who their jungler is going to be. Maybe Bo, maybe Kenvi, Acadian, Svenskeren. I really don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Just kind of throwing a bunch of random names out there, possibilities. Blue in the mid lane, which I think is just ridiculous, but, whatever. And then Neo, and it looks like Zazel will be returning to the LCS, possibly as a support for Dignitas. FlyQuest, we have maybe Haunser, maybe Jenkins, could be some other top lane options as well, but it's looking like maybe one of those 2 guys. Jose Diodo, most likely for FlyQuest jungle, but maybe NXI gets some time as well. We have Takoi in the mid lane. I think that's how you pronounce it. I still don't really know. I haven't heard anybody say it yet. And then Johnson and Aframu in the bot lane for FlyQuest. Seeing those guys team up once again should hopefully be pretty cool. Not a super exciting FlyQuest roster, but not terrible, I guess. GGS, kind of an interesting team here. We have Licorice, Pride Stalker, a Blaze Olive, and it does seem like GGS has, we are just kind of getting word, Applehead just dropped a tweet a little bit ago, that it looks like GGS is actually going to be going with Lost as their AD carry, which kind of surprised they're going with Lost over Prismal. I do think Lost is pretty solid. I think he deserves a spot, but Prismal being the GGS AD carry, Academy AD carry, I thought they would just kind of promote him rather than buying out Lost from TSM. Not that Lost has a big buyout or big salary or anything like that, but I just thought they'd be leaning more towards Lost, or more towards Prismal, but it seems like they're going with Lost. And then Ole coming back to the LCS potentially and playing support for GGS is kind of an interesting team. We'll see how Pride Stalker does. I'm a little bit surprised that he's getting imported. I didn't even know that Ole was trying to come back. We'll see how this goes. I think they have really, really strong solo lanes in Licorice and Ablaze. So that's always a good start. Then for CLG, I think CLG's top laner is going to be whoever FlyQuest doesn't get between Jenkins and Haunser. Gamsu is maybe a name being thrown around as well. I don't really know. For CLG, it seems like the jungler is going to be Contracts, but I wouldn't entirely count out Bo just yet. I don't know. It's just kind of a random rumor people have been throwing around. Mid lane looking like it's going to be Palafox, and then bot lane Luger and Poom. You know, maybe Prismal here too. I think some people have been saying, but that wouldn't make a ton of sense to me. I don't know why they wouldn't just, you know, bring over that 100 Thieves Academy bot lane if they're getting Poom. Why not get Luger too? But apparently some people are saying maybe Prismal is still in the mix. But yeah, kind of an interesting CLG team. Again, CLG was pretty terrible last year, so not really anywhere to go but up. Even if they finish last place again, if they just have a young roster with some potential, that's already doing better than they did last year. Immortals, we have Revenge, Xerxes, maybe PoE, maybe Jizuke. It's looking like Jizuke in the mid lane to me, but Power of Evil's possible, I guess. Maybe Wild Turtle, maybe Violet, who is an Oceanic AD carry, and then Destiny as support for Immortals. 100 Thief, we do know that they look like they're going to be running a 6-man roster. I mean, we don't know that, but it seems like they're going to be running a 6-man roster with Someday and Tenacity, both getting some games at the LCS level. And then a lot of familiar faces. Closer, Abadage, FBI, Huhi. It looks like they're going to be selling off a lot of the 100 Thieves Academy team. Who is going to be the next 100 Thieves Academy players? I don't know. Where's Kenvi going to end up? Yeah, it's going to be really, really interesting to follow. Evil Geniuses, really interesting roster actually. Impact, Inspired, Jojo Pune, Danny, and then it's looking like potentially Vulcan if C9 does decide to sell him off. But if EG can't get their hands on Vulcan, Ignar is obviously a possible option for them as well. TL, you know, the big super team, they have a little bit of drama going on maybe, but it's looking like Blippo, Santorin, Bjergsen, Hansama, and Core JJ if he can get his green card, when he gets his green card. If he can't get his green card or until he gets his green card, it's looking like they're going to go with Ayla as the support, who is their academy support from the last season. And then we have C9, who is still kind of a lot of question marks. Hopefully we find out some big news about C9 in the future. Fudge, Blabber, I don't know what they're doing in the mid lane. Maybe Copy, who's their academy mid laner. It sounds like their Niski is still probably possible since he doesn't have any other team. Maybe, you know, they'll figure something out there. And then maybe an import mid. You know, maybe some big random Eastern mid laner. I've heard some people trying to say Nemesis Cloud9 could happen. I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe, but I think that's pretty unlikely. We'll have to wait and see. Sven looking like he will be the 80 carry, and then either Isles if they do sell Vulcan, or Vulcan if they decide to not sell Vulcan. And last but not least, we have TSM. Huni, Spica, you know, the two that have been confirmed by Reggie. Looks like they want to go with a Korean mid laner. They're trying to, at least. They're talking to a bunch of people right now. It seems like they're talking to Fate, but plenty of other options as well. It's seeming like they will be going with Tactical as their 80 carry, which I think is a good pickup, a good move. I think he'll be an improvement over Lost, and a, you know, a talented player to build around. And then trying to go with the Korean support as well, you know, trying to get a lot of Korean speaking players on this roster to help with like synergizing and all that stuff. Maybe Life, maybe potentially another Korean option. Again, we don't know a ton about TSM situation at this point, but this is just some of the latest rumors we are hearing. But that is pretty much it for this video, guys. Like I said, today is the day. Free agency is going to start. It's going to kick off. It looks like the Jacob Wolf free agency show is going to be an absolute banger. They have a really great cast, a really great like studio. It's going to be sick. I'm going to be there again, watching it all. Hopefully watching it with you guys. Again, check me out at twitch.tv/I_am_germ if you want to watch that along with us. But either way, I'm going to make a ton of videos, posting a ton of content, following the whole situation, the whole rest of the offseason. Things are going to start getting official, which is really, really fun. But definitely still expect tons of bangers and wildness and crazy to come. Just because, you know, we're going to start getting official stuff doesn't mean the crazy stuff is done yet. I'm sure there'll be at least another story or two that really catches us all off guard. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate it so much. Leave a comment down below. What moves are you hoping go down? Do you think you're going to go down? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe, save today, and all my latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.